Today we're doing all of the electrical for my new bathroom and laundry room. Alright guys, so we're back working on the bathroom laundry room today. So last time, as you saw, we got all of the plumbing finished up and I did pressurize the system and there were no leaks. So there is actually hot and cold water in these lines currently. Also got all of the drains figured out. So here we've got the vanity drain, tub drain, and overflow are finished. We got the shower walls up, and we also finished any extra framing we had to do last time with the linen closet and around the shower. So now we're gonna move on to electrical. So we're gonna start right here because this was an existing outlet that was right here on the wall, and obviously I don't wanna keep that right there next to the shower. It's also the perfect outlet to provide the feeds that I need for this bathroom. And since the builders built this knowing that I was gonna put a bathroom here, they really only have 2 outlets on this circuit currently. So I'm gonna be able to add more outlets and then use the power for the lights that I need. So what I'm gonna try to do is disconnect that outlet, feed those wires back through the wall. They go through some of these studs right here, and then feed them into this wall. And then basically what I'll do is relocate that outlet around this area on the other side. And the reason for that is because I think I may end up moving my refrigerator to this wall instead of right here, because right now you open the door kind of into the wall. That's not ideal. So I may move the fridge here and then add some more counter in the corner there. So I'm gonna add the outlet there, and then I will continue it on to add the other outlet about here, and that's gonna be on the inside here for the vanity, and that will be a GFCI outlet. And this will be kind of the area that everything else will be happening, because I will have the light switches here for the bathroom, and then on the other side of the wall I will have a light switch here. And as far as lighting goes, this light which is existing is really not in a horrible spot, but it's a lot better to have the lighting on the wall above the vanity. So I'm going to be removing that light and putting a light on the wall here, so I will need a box for that. And then right about this area is where I'm going to put a light and fan combo. And I did already purchase that. It's the same one I have in my other bathroom. So it looks like this. I like this style because it looks pretty much just like a can light, but it also has the fan. So the bulb is kind of smaller and then it's open around it. So that's where the fan pulls in the air. The other nice thing about this, it is very quiet. So that's what's gonna be going in above the shower. And I will be wiring that fan and light separately so you can turn that light on without the fan. Then of course one more switch here for the vanity light. So in total, I'll have 3 switches here inside the bathroom. And then outside the bathroom, I will be putting a box in up here, kind of centered in this hallway, because I believe this hallway will get kind of dark now with all the walls up. And I'll put a switch for that right about in this area, so that when you walk out of the laundry room, you can hit that switch for a light here. It'll also be nice to have a light so you can see in this linen closet. And finally, out here in the kitchen area, I do want to change things up. I was never a big fan of this light, so I want to remove that light and then put 2 more can lights, maybe somewhere around here and then over here a little bit. So it's a little better distributed for the kitchen area. And I'll probably use actually this light that's already in here for one of them. I need to purchase 1 more, so they will match these 2 here. And I will put all of those on the same switch, on a dimmer switch. So those 4 lights will be kind of the dining and kitchen area here, and that switch will go on the wall right in this area. So the obvious issue is that these 5 lights here are currently all wired together. So I will be able to leave these 2 wired together, and then there will be a wire going over to that one that I will split to 2 additional lights. So that can all be wired together to that switch I just mentioned, but I will need to rewire the one over here in the laundry room. And luckily, I believe this switch goes to this light first, and then it goes on to the others. So I can basically disconnect the wire that continues on, and this light should still work. And then it will just be a matter of getting a wire up through this wall into the ceiling and then over to connect to the first light here, and then continue on to the next one and over to the other 2. And I think I'm going to be doing as much as I can from below, because I know I'll be doing obviously a lot of other drywall anyway. So I'll have to be filling holes where lights are coming out So if I have to cut a little bit larger hole to be able to rewire this stuff, that's okay. And there is subfloor already upstairs, so that's going to be a little bit more difficult to have to remove that. So I may just try to do everything from down here and then feeding wires through the trusses because they go this direction. And then when they do get out to about this area, the subfloor ends and I can access the wires. So that's going to be the basic plan for electrical. Now we can get started. Alright guys, so I got all of the electrical now in place. So as you saw, the first thing I worked on was rewiring this light here for the laundry room. And so I have that now only wired to this switch here, which is exactly what I want. So it's no longer wired to the other lights in the room. And as I suspected, luckily that switch went to this wire first, and then it was in series, chained together with the rest of them. So all I had to do was go up in there and disconnect the rest of the chain. And then as for the rest of the lights that were connected to that one, this one I totally got rid of because that was in the bathroom now, and it is not where I wanted a light. I wanted a light on the wall, not on the ceiling there. So I removed that one. And then the remaining 3 here, I was able to wire to this new switch, which is also a dimmer switch. So those 3 were already connected. So all I had to do was run this wire up and through the top plate, and then basically I ran it out the floor joist and then back in right to that one. That one was pretty close to the end of the subfloor upstairs, so it was pretty easy to get to. And I also replaced that light that was there with a recessed light that matches the others. And so as far as the rest of the electrical, there was that outlet that was right in this area, so I didn't want it there, so I pulled it all back, and then I had to cut a little access there so that I could run those wires. That was existing wiring, and then over to this outlet. And so I put that outlet there just in case I want to move my refrigerator onto this wall. That will be a perfect spot for it. And then that is where I pulled the feed lines for the rest of my electrical. So that goes over here to this outlet first, which is a GFCI right there. Then I bring the feed over to that switch I was just referring to. And I didn't wire in the last part yet because I wanted that to be all live so I could use those lights that are on the ceiling. So then it will go over to this box, and then that is where I have my switches for the bathroom. So the first one here is gonna be the vanity, so that goes right to that box. And then the next 2 switches are gonna be the light and the fan that are over the shower. So that's right here. So I cut a hole right in the ceiling between these 2 floor joists where I wanted, because I knew this had to mount the whole way across, so I cut a decent sized hole so I had enough room. As you saw, I fed the duct through using 2 broomsticks that were taped together, and that's because there's a lot of that insulation up there and it's kind of tightly packed, so I needed something pretty strong to be able to push through that insulation. And to get the wiring to that fan, I brought it across here, and then I actually went up right there because that is right beside my subfloor upstairs, so I could get to it. And then I basically came back down through to get right to the fan. And by doing that, I could avoid cutting up a lot more drywall in this room. And the last piece of this, I got the feed moving on up and over the door. That goes over to this switch, and that is for this light, and this is the new hall light. So I cut a decent sized hole because I had to place that box there next to a joist. I did add that 2x4 just to space it out so it's in the middle of the hallway. And then I could reach over and drill through floor joist that was right in that area, and I was able to feed the wire down through the top plate. So I didn't add all the switches yet because I knew I'd want to take them back off before I put the drywall on. I did put these outlets and switch here because I knew I wanted that live, like I said. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for today. Let me know what you guys think of the progress, and next time we're going to be tackling drywall.